Hey everyone, this is Dustin with TechMD, tech-md.com. Today we're going to be repairing a cracked LG G3. Okay, so we're going to get working on that right now. So first of all, we just find the open tab here. And usually you can't turn off the phone because the screen's all cracked up, so just do a battery pull. Pull out the SIM card, and let's start with all these screws here. You don't be so close. Wait. Stop. You don't really organize the screws except for these two here. They're different. That's the screws. So like I said, I just organized these two screws. I just set on the battery. Okay, so time to pop this off here. I just use my fingers. Okay, now we're going to pull off this other tab here. So it's kind of fun to get under. I'm going to get a plastic tool here. Just a regular simple tool that you can get under. It's always fun to get under these. Pause it. Okay, so we're just trying to remove this side here piece. Unclip that. Yeah, watch out for the front camera here. It will fall out when removing the screen. Unclip these.
Okay, hurry up. Go.
Pull the board out. Set the board aside.
Let's go get your car.
Remember, watch out for this camera when we're undoing the screen here. It will fall out and you don't want to lose that. Pull off the plastic here. Okay. Get a heat gun. I like to warm up this. Loosens the adhesive a little bit. Pull that up carefully. Let's not destroy this, because this can always be refurbished later on. Put that aside, the earpiece jack. So I like to just warm up the corners. It's really all we need is all four corners warmed up, nice and hot to the touch. Doesn't take very long at 950 degrees. I like to use that pointed Wagner heat gun. I'm just picking off the glass here.
We won't roll because we don't want to go over the edge.
twist that off. Make sure you have enough heat or you're going to break the screen. Get under there, not under the backlight. slide your tool back and forth here, and all the way back and forth. Okay, now we got that halfway lifted off. Got something on the actual tool here. Might need to rewarm it up a little bit. It's not loose enough. Okay, that's removed. We're going to remove this piece so we can transfer it to the new screen. There's that camera I told you it was going to fall off. Like I said, make sure you just have it right in front of you and not over on the floor so you don't lose it on the floor. So set that aside. There's the new screen. We want to obviously test the new screen before installing. If you use adhesive, for me I just use Gorilla Glue, so I don't need to. If there's an issue, I can just pull it off before it dries. So Gorilla Glue takes about 2 hours to dry, and you just put it under pressure for 2 hours. I typically just have a customer put it under some weight, like a book and a 10-pound dumbbell or a case of water, anywhere from 10 to 20 pounds of weight right on top of the back of it, and this sits flat down on its glass. That ensures that it has proper pressure, so that way it seals to the frame with the Gorilla Glue. Now the adhesive, I can get thin adhesive, but I've always had trouble with it lifting later on. The Gorilla Glue is pretty good, but makes the repairability again a lot more difficult, so I just do a whole new frame if a customer comes back in for a new repair or if there's a warranty issue. By the second drop anyways, the frame's pretty much well damaged up, so there's no point in salvaging it. So I'm still just trying to remove the old adhesive here. Okay, so I'm going to take a little acetone and a microfiber rag. I find these at Costco. You can get them also at Sam's Club if you have a Sam's Club. And then all we do is just make sure that all the old stickiness is off, so that way the Gorilla Glue sticks onto it perfectly. Try to avoid messing with the metal at all, it'll make a big mess. Nice and clean. Okay, now that that's cleaned off, we're going to take Gorilla Glue here, and that's for wood, stone, metal, and there's the glass, and also it's good for plastic, which this bottle doesn't say, but it's the same thing. So it's good for glass and plastic, which that's what we need for bonding. So make sure you buy that particular Gorilla Glue. So just put a little bit on my tip. I'm going to just spread it across everywhere where the screen is going to make its contact. I do a thin coat. That way when it expands, it doesn't expand too much, but it still has enough grip to hold on to it. So just make it nice and shiny, basically. And for the corners, they're kind of tricky, so I just dab it. And then I just take my tool and run along the side here. Get any excess glue that's fallen over. Doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as it covers most of the sides here, you're fine. This is where the lip likes to lift the most, is right down here. So I try to really glob it down, glob it right on the bottom. It's the most problematic. Okay, one more corner here. See that nice and spread around. Make sure you wipe off your tool of the Gorilla Glue or it'll get stuck on there. Really hard to remove. Okay, so we're going to take our little grill here, put it on that. Plug that in, slide it around, and we'll do it upside down here. So this motion, I like to angle it in like this and then close down. That way you don't break anything. So, and don't press too hard on it, because if you leave a piece of glass you forgot to clean off or something like that, you don't want to break the brand new display. That would be very bad. So just make sure it's pressed down really good here. Then we're going to take some adhesive and tape it down. This is actually important because it has screen issues if you don't do that. You gotta tape it down. Not sure what happened to my darn scissors here. That didn't work. Sometimes never the right tools when you move it. Just enough to hold it down. Put your earpiece on. Okay. Put your camera in. You can actually do that after, it doesn't matter. I have to bend these up a little bit. Plug these connections back in. Pretty easy device. I would definitely say easier than the LG G2. Just get these screws in here. That way we can go ahead and test this device. While it's turning on, I screw down the device. We'll check it here in a minute. Let's get the four corners. Ah. Now, if you're not as speedy as me, you can always check it after just putting down a few screws here. But I'm pretty confident the part works, so I don't have to worry about it. Just flip it over, turn it on, swipe, and we are good. And that, folks, are the LG G3. Now, just a little bit about our company, tech-md.com. Once again, if you want to join our team, check us out on our website. And once again, this is the LG G3. Thank you.